Hey AfterBuzzers, it's episode 6 of Bachelorette Weekend. It went from zen to party rock so quickly, and we got to get a little more information about Rachel, and Caroline and I are so excited to talk to you right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Get in California, Duke's Bikini. I like when the bride's from California because sometimes I just feel like I can relate. Am I the only one?
Yeah, because I'm not from California.
I'm not either.
Okay, well, at least you can relate. I cannot.
I just couldn't relate because I'm like, oh, we live here.
Okay.
All right, that's just me. That's okay.
It's you.
Hey, guys. What's up? We are so excited to talk to you on this Thursday, Bach Weekend, episode 6. It was a good one.
Yeah. Aren't you going to introduce yourself?
Yes. Yes, I am. For those of you who don't know, which you should already know, I am Serio, and to my left we have...
Basically, I just wanted to cut to me, Caroline Thayer. Just kidding.
the two brunettes of this Bach Weekend.
After show.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're a little bit tired, we're going to be honest, but we're going to pull through. Because this episode was really interesting.
It was so intriguing. Caroline and I were texting, and I was saying to her that I was like, oh, it's not that exciting. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, to me, it wasn't exciting in the sense of we didn't get to learn a lot about the bride. But It was exciting because we got to learn about the cast, which isn't necessarily what the show is about.
But that's what you said you wanted last week.
No, I'm excited, but then I got so used to them just telling us about the bride and the bridal party.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I was super, what did you think?
Well, as you know, I was excited. I think that we saw a lot of the inside world to Bach Weekend, and I was happy that we saw a lot more of Rachel just because she had been definitely projected in the first episode as the head honcho because she was the COO, but then I feel like we never saw her. I thought that this was very minimal viewing time on the actual Bach Weekend. All I know that they did was 2 activities, and then I'm not really sure what they did the last day. It kind of just seemed like it was a free-for-all, but I don't know. It seemed like a decent weekend.
No, it seemed really good. I was super excited that we got to see a lot of Rachel, and I really liked to see all the girls, Rosa, Liz, Nicole, and her, come together and have that moment because that was really nice.
Okay, I felt like that was so forced. Okay. Did you not think so?
No, I did. I did think that, but for Rosa... I'll give her another shout out.
Literally, you couldn't be more upset. We're obviously obsessed with Rosa. No, we're fine. We're obsessed with Rosa. She tweets at us we know you're listening to this, Rosa. You're amazing. You're all amazing.
I love
but
you.
You know what? I thought Rosa was a little bit not on point this week.
Don't listen to her.
No, Rosa will appreciate.
Rosa will appreciate.
No, Rosa will appreciate my honesty. I know she will. I'll tweet at you later, Rosa. But basically, I thought that. That whole situation where they all gathered at presumably Rachel's house.
Which was so cute.
Really cute, really well decorated. Loved the full-length mirror, putting that out there. I don't think that was organic at all. And I think it was just for the show. I mean, let's be real. Do you think that they're all of the same age range and hanging out together?
No, but I just appreciated it because you could tell that Rachel was going through something, which I want to get to what you might think is going on because I have my theory and I want to know yours. Yeah. But it was just nice because you could really tell that Rachel was going through something because she had this huge breakdown at work and cried, and it was a lot. And so I just thought it was nice of them to just notice
show
her
up. Yeah, no, I thought it was very nice. I just didn't think it was actually a normal thing that would have done had the show not been there. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. Do you think, based off of Rachel's comment last week with the whole dressing up and her reiterating it again in the meeting that we saw at the beginning of the episode, do you think any of them actually took her note? Did you notice?
Well, I mean, she still said it, and then the show panned to Nicole, and so she was not wearing a blazer or any pearls. Again, we didn't see the girls as much. I didn't even think we felt I didn't even think I saw JJ as much at the actual events of the Bach Weekend. Like, JJ wasn't at ziplining. Where was he?
I know.
And I was thinking, aren't these great photo ops? Wasn't there. Liz went home early, and she just kind of wore I'm pretty sure she wore one of those zebra print type. Actually, something exactly like this AfterBuzz logo is the type. No, but it was like blue and white or something. I don't know. Pulling that out of my head right now. But anyways, I didn't really notice what they were wearing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't think it was. It wasn't memorable enough. It was not memorable enough to be like, holy moly, new wardrobe. They stepped it up. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think Robbie looks that professional ever. He's just wearing a shirt and pants. You're the CEO of a company. However, nice car, black Beamer.
But speaking of Robbie, during that whole situation with Nicole, what is up with these people locking their keys in their car? Like, yes, I'm guilty. I have left my key in my ignition, but when I get out of the car, you go to lock it.
Yeah, so
Did you think that was irresponsible? Did you think it was made a bigger deal than they needed to? What were your thoughts?
Okay, so my concern was the fact that, and a lot of these cars are automatic start. So basically, for those of you who don't have an automatic to push start car, it's you put your foot on the brake and you press the button, and the key needs to be in the car for it to start. But that means that you oftentimes don't actually have to pull, like, the manual way it used to be where you turn the key out and then you put it down or whatever. People leave their keys in the car all the time, but what she probably did is inadvertently locked herself out because she just opened the door without unlocking it, and then if that's where you basically go wrong. I thought it was super, super irresponsible only because she said that happens to her at least once a month. It's like, get a different car then that doesn't have that option, because if you're prone to that, and girl, I'm right there with you. I lock myself out of my apartment way too frequently. It's a very big problem, but I'm taking steps to basically to prevent this from happening again. My poor landlord. Anyways, the point being is that I did think she was really irresponsible, but I also didn't get why Robbie was making it a huge deal. I was more concerned that the car was going to somehow roll down and crash into the other cars or something.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she said the car was still running and it was low on gas. So I was like, well, is the car going to die? The battery going to die? What's the situation here? It was all too much for me.
But taking it back full circle to the beginning of the topic, with then Nicole was headed to Rachal's house. What were your thoughts on Rachal's wedding dress?
Oh, I loved it. I am not a, so my mother had a wedding dress with sleeves on it, like long sleeves, and it was also featuring the poof shoulder pad things, and I've always loved it. My mom looked gorgeous. Shout out to you, Mom. Literally don't know where I'm going. Anyway, I really liked the long sleeve dress, and I liked the way it wasn't too over the top. I definitely don't think I want a wedding dress with any really embellishments. I think the lace was really subtle, and it wasn't overbearing. But, and I just had to slam my hands down because I was so confused. If I saw my wedding dress for the first time and had a facial expression of, like, that is not how you're supposed to be reacting to the dress you are walking down the aisle in. Hopefully you only get married once, unlike this batch from the Bach Weekend.
No, it was super confusing because I know she was so excited. Yeah, she was having so many different feelings, but, like, she was finally feeling supported by her employees at work, and then she had her dress, like, she didn't need to worry. And then that's when they even asked her, they were like, well, do you love it? And she was like, oh, yeah, I really, like, she was like, yeah, I love it. But she literally was just like, yeah, like, I love it.
No facial expression. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely indicative that something is going wrong.
It looked so good on her.
And all the girls were oohing and awing over it. So, fawning over the gorgeous bride, standing in front of them. And Rachal just wasn't in it. It was like she was there, but she was somewhere else. So I'm wondering where that somewhere else was.
I I know. Like I said, we'll get to that at the end because I think it could be something really juicy that we're going to find out in the next episode. But until we continue to the next topic, Caroline has a special message for all of you listeners and podcasters out there.
Hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. But for now, thank you for being the best fans and for making us the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, not only for us, but for other ones. But do us first and then move on to the other ones.
And listen to us on podcasts, like Sarah sometimes does, because she's always in traffic.
California, what can you say?
Literally, I just had that discussion with my dad. Anyways.
So moving on to the actual, like, whole reason of this show, the bride, Sarah. It wasn't me. But the bride, Sarah, was from Marina Del Rey, California. She was a paddleboard yoga instructor, which I've always wanted to do.
I didn't know that existed. And
you know, it's like all the rage here.
I live here and I didn't even know. But you know what's weird is that I just don't see, I guess I see how it would work for somebody who's super coordinated and flexible on ground, would then how that would transfer onto a paddleboard. But because I think I am not zen enough to like balance myself in a tree pose or whatever, I think I would just fall straight into the water.
For sure. But she had all of her other party members there.
But they weren't her employees, which was really weird to me.
So basically,
unless you're best friends with all of them.
Her whole party were employees, yoga instructors, which to me, I might get some like hate
anxiety.
Or whatever. No, I just feel like I've always had this, like, I don't like when people overdo what their profession is. Meaning they would do their yoga poses at all of the places they went to during their Bachelorette
You and Robbie
weekend.
both had a problem with it.
No, it's just like, why?
Why?
Am I the only one that thinks that? I guess.
Yeah, you're the only one who thinks that. Because I think it's like,
sorry for the
imagine,
hate.
Sorry. Real world though, if you're a good singer, I feel like people always incorporate their singing talent into a conversation. They'll just automatically sing a little ditty, like they won't speak something, they'll just sing it. They'll showcase their ability to sing. I think it's just whatever talent you have, and also because it's clearly a passion of hers, you incorporated it into your everyday life. However, when you're wearing mini dresses, there's really no need to do a back bend in the bar.
There's no room either. Literally.
Yeah, it just was a lot, and I can imagine if I was a bar goer that happened to be in that situation, I would be so irritated, just because I'm not trying to, like, I went to a bar to probably get a drink and eat. I'm not trying to like see some weird acrobatic, like drunk girl yoga stuff.
I just don't know how to word it right. That's it. That's it. We've solved the problem.
The girl straight up did a back bend over the bar counter, and I was like, all right, that's not cute.
So they went zip lining,
which looked really fun.
I wish we could have seen more, but we saw like just them arriving. And
no, we saw them going through the trees, and Robbie was like, "This is so fun."
Yeah. I wish more of the people, were like, no, we don't want any of the employees to go with them, but I was kind of looking forward to some of the employees doing ziplining with them.
Yes, and I think they would have had Rachal not been trying on her wedding dress at that same time. I also just felt like it was really weird. This whole episode seemed very calculated in the fact that they brought up her wedding dress in the beginning, and then somehow all of a sudden she was trying it on later that week, and she was like, I don't know when it's coming, when it's arriving, and then all of a sudden it did. So I don't know, maybe it was over the course of a couple of days, but it just seemed weird to me. After ziplining, what did they do? Sushi making.
Which was so cool.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I thought it was so cool of them. I was like, wow, like, I feel like in these moments you really see, like, why Bach Weekend is actually, like, a company. Like, they're good at what they do. Like, that was really smart. They went to a restaurant where they could make their own sushi. They had little costumes.
Yeah, I mean, they had the aprons and the hats, and that one girl, Jasmine, made it so sexual. I was like, yo, the first two jokes, like, got it, but then it just kept... Everything was a joke, and all the girls were laughing. It was funny. But I was like the poor woman who was doing the tutorial. She's like, and now we're going to roll it, and blah, blah, blah. And this girl next to her is just not having any of it. Will make a pun out of anything.
Well, as the sake kept flowing, she just kept them coming like second after second. And JJ was loving it. This was my theory, though, and I thought it was going to happen.
Did you think JJ was going to hook up with
Yes! Oh, my God.
Yes!
I was like, the camera was giving it to us. CMT was giving it to us. Like, why didn't it happen?
I don't know, because JJ... he lingered a little bit too long with the girls when he was saying bye. I was like, all right, JJ, I see what you're trying to do. We're on to you.
Yes.
And then, I mean, we'll get to this later without spoiling things, but in the review, the girls were like, we want JJ with us all the time. So, I don't know, maybe something happened off camera. JJ, if you'd like to let us know.
Please do, because I really thought when he went over to her, and he was like, hey, like, I'm going to the next place that they were headed to. Like, I'll meet you there. Remember when they were at the
when he was saying bye.
Yeah. But he, like, got close to her specifically, and I was like, I thought she was going to get up and be like, see you ladies there. Like, I'm going with him. Like, you know what? Did you guys cut that?
No, because she got too drunk. That's why nothing happened.
She did.
But I think it could have happened earlier in the night, or just... I don't know, really any time. But the thing is, he was working, so it's kind of hard.
Sure. But I thought that was just going to be a mess up, something else good and juicy to happen, but it didn't happen.
You know what was really good on this episode that we kind of skipped over was the decorations. I was very proud of the decorations in the hotel room. They had mermaid blankets, and it looked like every girl had one. And I'm just wondering, where do I get one?
Online.
Okay.
You can go to like an Instagram page. Online, they have it.
See, I don't know if I want a mermaid one. I think I just want like a really pretty kind of blanket in a shape, maybe of like a giraffe or something. I don't know. Whatever.
No, but you're right. The decorations were really cute. But I did know one thing that they can do now that I was hoping they would do. It's this company that you bring to like a pool or an area that you know, and they give you like literal mermaid tails to put on, and you go swimming with your friends, and they videotape you underwater.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, I've heard about that. Yes, yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to do it, because I just heard of it because one of my friends did it, they didn't.
Did you get to wear a
I didn't.
tail? Oh, okay.
But they did, and they had a blast.
Well,
but
you know
I was
who
just,
also
like,
has done that? Kim Kardashian and Kourtney for P and North. Shout out to you guys. Honestly, it looked really fun. If I was 5, I would have, or 4, I would have enjoyed that. Anyways, digressing. I liked the decorations. It looked like, I think it was everyone but Rosa there. Rosa had a slip up, which is why I was like, Rosa, not your best week.
But it's like, you know.
Oh my God, Sarah, be impartial for 2 seconds.
No. But she owned it. You know, she went to Rachel.
Did I appreciate.
She talked about it. But we just want a clarification. We were talking about this before the show. Rosa was talking about
a weekend booked.
Yeah.
That was a concierge weekend. So it sounded like they only did decor and reservations. So they didn't go with the girls, maybe they didn't do activities. So
we're just trying to figure out if it's like you offer so many different packages, and if that's like the smallest package you offer, and then you move up from there. We were just very curious, and we wanted to know a little bit more because we didn't get that from this episode.
Yeah, and I'd like to see if, I mean, maybe there are options where the Bach Weekend staff don't come along with you, you know?
I'm sure there are.
I would like that one, please. Sorry, that's so rude.
But what do you think of Jasmine? Like, why does there always, not always,
girl,
but I'm going to use the word
you know
always.
why the answer is. Why is there always a drunk girl?
No. Yes, but no. There's the one person in the bridal party that, like, makes it about them, but doesn't think they make it about them, and it's like, it's not about you. Like, even the bride gave her vegan options because just she was vegan, which is very nice of you. I mean, like, who wouldn't? But I'm just saying, when I saw that, I was like, oh, Jasmine's gonna be one to look at, and she was.
You know, she wasn't, though, because Ashley was the one that made out with a guy on the second night.
Well, yeah, that was exciting, though.
Or was it the first? No, it's the first night. It's the first night.
I thought it was the second.
No, it was the first night because I was like, oh my God, is she going to meet? Or maybe it was the second night. I don't know. I just wanted to know if there was a to be continued situation.
Well, they were all like holding JJ and being like, JJ, it's happened. Did you see that?
Yeah, they'd go, turn around. Like, okay, turn around. What's happening?
But I think they had a good weekend.
Well, Sarah, the bride, was saying, I want this weekend to be super fun, specifically for the single girls.
Yeah, and
so shout out to her
was.
for really looking out for her girlfriends.
Yeah, because in the second day, they did yoga in the morning. That's all that I got, which, like, hello, great. And then they just went out to, like, a simple bar.
Well, yeah, they went to the honky-tonk situation with the bull. The bull, and honestly, how does one do a split on a bull like that?
That was talent. I'll give you guys that.
It would have been even more extraordinary if the bull had started going, but I think she would have. I think that might have been too much. I don't know.
Too much for Sarah and the yogis.
But what's really annoying in my mind is how Nicole and Liz underestimated them in the beginning, because Nicole said, you know, they're a little bit older than the demographic we normally have. And then Liz was like, oh, I was not expecting this from them. I thought they were going to be moms and, like, chill. Moms can still have fun.
Shout out to the moms
the moms that have fun. And also, like, we don't know if any of them are moms. Also, older people, what are you, like 30, not 24?
Yeah.
Can have fun. So, I don't know. I didn't really like that.
That was a little judgment.
Judgment and generalizing. But Liz was a very good employee by taking home Jasmine.
For sure.
Cuddling her.
She needed it. You know, she was that friend that needed all the water.
Well, she literally was like stroking her head as Jasmine sat on the couch when they got back to the hotel.
I know, poor thing. So, I mean, that means it was a successful weekend, which I think it totally was.
Yep, I think so too.
And then to wrap it all up, we have the meeting at the end like we always do, and the bonus was given away.
I honestly had no idea who it was going to go to. I didn't think that anyone was really worthy or, like, had a standout
Me neither.
experience.
And JJ, just hold up, because the fact that you were like, I worked really hard and, like, I really showed myself. I thought you were going to do, like, a mermaid photo shoot or whatever. Like, you were like, I'm going to do what I did last week. So I was looking forward to that. And then it's like, what did we get?
Like, you hanged out, you hung out with the home, like, you were a homie, essentially. You hung out with all the girls at the bars. But you weren't at ziplining. I don't understand. Where were you? Was your camera still locked in your car?
Probably. But in the end, the bonus went to JJ again.
And he was like, yeah. So now we have Rosa with 1, Liz with 1, and both JJ and Nicole with 2. So it'll be interesting to see who takes
Those
it
are
next
the only
week.
ones that can get it, though, because Rachel can't get it.
Yeah, the 4.
And
Robbie doesn't give
Robbie
it to
can't
himself.
get it either.
But honestly, Robbie, just cut it with the bonus.
You've told them about the debt. I think they'll understand. Like, sure, it's like you get it, like you did it every single time you had a party. But I think they understand, because also, I didn't realize.
I know what you're going to say, but yes, keep going.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I definitely know.
All of them had something at stake in the company.
Yes. I wrote that down because I wanted to pose that as a question. What does that mean? How are they involved in the stake as much as an investor is, because Liz said something like, we should have known just as much as any of the other partners would have known, which I completely agree with. So I'm just wondering, how did they put in like a down payment to be a board member or a trustee or whatever? I don't know.
I don't know in any massive detail what it's like to like put a company out there and pitch it and get investors and all that. But I feel like in some sense they did have to fork over more money probably than a normal employee, obviously. So I'm assuming they did that. And also because it's a new company that they just like provided their services. Like maybe they were like freelance like event coordinators or directors or whatever, and they Robbie knew them and was like, hey, like, Liz, do you want to join my team? It's new, so I need this, and you can have like a portion of the company or of the revenue when we get it, because it is true, it does affect their paycheck.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if maybe they had like personal investors.
Like you're saying, like Liz knew someone, so she got someone, and that's how.
Yeah, maybe. And so then like you're jeopardizing a relationship, or if they put their own money into it, in which case they're losing money. I mean, it's so hard to start a business. Anyone who has their own business, I commend and applaud and am in awe of, just because you're literally putting yourself on the line, essentially. What's interesting, and I don't know if you noticed this, but in the preview for next week, Robbie says, and I wrote this down, so he was like, to my name, I'm at $125,000. Yeah. And so I was wondering if he was like alluding to the fact he was actually more in debt, or if that's how much he had put into the company, or what the situation was there, because next week's episode looks heated.
Yeah, well, I hope he's not that much in debt.
I think he's lying. I think there's something fishy going on.
And they're going to be like, surprise at the end?
No, I think no, I don't think it's a good surprise. I think it's like a not so good surprise. I think he's like, I'm actually in a lot deep water than I'm letting on.
Well, I mean, since we're already talking about it, we don't have any news and gossip for the bride or the employees. So
yeah, I did kind of skip ahead.
Let's just get into predictions right now, because I feel like there's a lot.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Are the lights gonna flash?
Predictions.
No? Okay.
That's a good point, though, that there's more to it than we think. Like,
well, he said to Liz and Nicole in an alleyway. I think it was Liz and Nicole. Maybe it was Rosa
like
and
mob
Liz.
Style.
Seriously, mob style. He was like, if you're not going to do this, if this situation isn't going to work, I will find employees who will do the work. It's like, dude, you can't. If you fire people, normally there's like a compensation situation that goes into that. You cannot afford to hire new people. You aren't going down.
Plus, would those new people have to bring investors and stuff like the rest of the team did?
Well, we did see Robbie. That was who he was meeting with, an investor. And he was saying maybe he was saying he needed $125,000.
Maybe, but that means that they have to show this guy, ideally, they would have to give this guy a Bachelor Weekend to show him what his money is going towards. Do you think, would you give Robbie and Bach Weekend the money he asked for, Caroline? Gut reaction.
That's amazing. An amazing question, Sarah. Sorry. I would not, because here's why. I don't think that, and I completely stand behind what Rachel said, they operate at a progressive and momentous pace. I think that they do leave things to the last minute, kind of cut corners, and while the concept is great, I don't think the execution is there. So I think that if they were more on top of it, in past episodes, we've seen limos be late and, you know, restaurants not be happy. And there's just like a lot of stuff that goes into this. If you had consistent vendors and you had partnerships, then there seems like there's more work being put into it and there's more continuity and there's less room for error. But right now, I don't think that, no offense, but the Bach Weekend people are actually executing their business to the best that they can, which is what Rachal was saying, essentially. And poor Rachal, when the other people don't do their jobs, she has to do their job, in which case she's not doing her own job. What do you think? Would you give Bach Weekend money?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I 100% agree with you on everything you said. I just wanted to know your answer. We want to know y'all's answer, too. Would you give money to Bach Weekend, or would you just hire them?
No, I wouldn't. Honestly,
I wouldn't do both.
No, because I
kidding.
love planning things. I'm such a planner. Are you a planner or are you a go with the flow person?
Both.
Okay.
But I will say, like, you just saying that had me think of this comment that I wanted to say. It just kind of feels like Bach Weekend is like what I did and do, because I love to plan parties for other people and their celebrations. It feels like something that I would like put together. That's going to sound really bad, and I don't mean to insult, but it's like it just doesn't feel. The word that's coming to me is professional.
Yeah. Well, we've said that since the first episode.
To like. It has to do, I think, with the directions. It's just for the directions, the decorations. It reminds me of just like Party City.
Yes, that is my problem too.
Okay.
I'm like, why is there a tassel? Like a tassel around the door, and that's what we're calling a quit. Like there was one party I think that had really amazing.
The red, white, and blue one where they like went out and put her name on banners and stuff.
And they also had really well executed desserts and stuff that were corresponding to the theme. I don't know. I just feel like oftentimes they throw up like 2 balloons and they're like, surprise. Or, I totally
just wanted
agree.
to throw that out there, and if anyone else
I really did like
sees that.
I just want to say I really liked the mermaid.
No,
blankets.
that was brilliant.
nice.
I was really happy they did that, because I was like, oh, this is just under the sea with like blue and white and gray like things going. So that was a really nice touch. Could they have done more? Absolutely. Could they have played like Little Mermaid when they walked in? Yes.
Under the
Could
sea.
they have had Ariel there? Probably. You know? Could
Under
they have given
the
everyone a
sea.
little fish? Yes. I just could keep adding, and Caroline will just keep singing.
I was in the Little Mermaid once.
But basically, that's what's going to happen next week. And
Wait, we need to talk about what we think is going on with Rachal.
oh my gosh. Yes, really quick. What do you think? You want me to say mine?
No, you've been holding it in, girl.
I think that like her and her man aren't together. Or like something went down, because she just doesn't, like, the happiness that I feel like you'd get is she just seems sad, which is really sad to say, but she just has this genuine like look on her face where she was just really sad and just like didn't know what like was going to happen. Basically, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, my best guess is they're maybe taking a break or something, but I also felt like when Rosa mentioned, you know, her mom doesn't live here, I was thinking, oh, maybe something's wrong with someone in her family. Maybe there's like an illness or something. Maybe someone's getting sick.
Hoping that wasn't it, though.
I mean, obviously, I'm hoping everything is hunky-dory and everything works out, but I also can read the expressions on somebody's face and know that if you're getting emotional at work over small little things, that results in you getting emotional in your lectures to your workers, employees, then there's usually something deeper and harsher going on inside.
For sure. Well, we can't wait to see what happens next week.
On that
we
note,
hope Rachal is okay and we figure it all out. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. You can find me, Sarah Serio, at Serio for so much fun.
Yes, so much fun. And you can find me, Caroline, there at Caroline J. Thayer. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Have a great week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.